champion Israel Adesanya, and he's not too emotionally attached to a lot of these results. I expect a big effort out of him here tonight.
You know, John, I love that you teed it up that way, because I was just thinking that for a guy that seemed to be on a rocket ship to the moon, becoming a middleweight champion, he handles adversity as well as anyone I've ever seen. When he lost to Jan Blachowicz, when he tried to become double champion, still even keel. When he lost his championship, even keel. I believe that ability will allow for him to work his way back to a championship opportunity, where I expect him to be very competitive and possibly earn himself the belt back.
And skill for skill, there are a lot of people that still believe he's the best middleweight in the world. A lot of the elite 185-pounders believe that Izzy, and not necessarily Pereira, represent the toughest matchup for them. We'll see how Adesanya fares in this critical matchup here tonight. All right, so here's the legend, George St-Pierre, former UFC welterweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, and DC as one of the most decorated wrestlers on this UFC roster. You got to be pretty amazed at what this man has been able to accomplish without any amateur wrestling credentials to speak of.
Yeah, with no background, the guys that he's been in there with and controlled the wrestling exchanges has truly been unbelievable to watch. I was in Canada when he fought Josh Koscheck, and he took Josh Koscheck, who was an NCAA champion, down whenever he needed to.
Right.
But it was also the striking that made him so dangerous. I remember George St-Pierre had this combination. It was a lead jab, a lead Superman jab, and then a leg kick. Everyone wanted to try and do it, and they say imitation is the greatest form of getting a compliment. We all tried to be George St-Pierre.
And he's got more SPs than you.
He does. He's a man.
Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight.
Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre!
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, always interesting to see the early portions of an Israel Adesanya fight. You know how electric a striker this is. You know how proud New Zealand is to have him as a Kiwi in the UFC. But a lot of fighters are going to try to take him down and punish him on the ground. Not a lot of fighters are going to have success with that. Let's see how the opposition chooses to attack Adesanya here tonight. All right, so there it is. We expected a lot of takedown attempts early from the more well-rounded fighter. The kickboxer stays upright, and amazing to see the progression of his takedown defense relative to his UFC debut.
Well, when he first got here, he was just a kickboxer, but this is not glory. This is not you being able to stand and just throw. You've got to be able to defend your legs, and he showed that he is a martial artist now, not just a kickboxer.
There's that counter game of Israel Adesanya in full effect early in this fight.
He's so long, and he does such a great job of seeing and picking up reads of when you're going to attack. The moment you enter, Izzy hits you with those counter shots, and he really makes you pay for trying to engage him in the fight.
Outstanding knee to the body there. He's the taller fighter and might as well put that size to good use, and he certainly did so there. And that one certainly found the target. Frantic pace early on to this one.
Man, he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg. Nice strike lands from the bottom fighter. He passed the half guard.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
Oh, right into mount.
3 minutes to go.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Adesanya. Making all these shots count. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back.
Oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in.
Right to the knee on belly. Great ground and pound by this man.
While St-Pierre's back in full mount.
This is a terrible position.
Posture's up. Oh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
90 seconds to go in the opening round.
Use your hips to get back in the guard.
Nice transition.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Under a minute now to go in the round. Takes us back now.
Win the scramble, win the scramble.
St-Pierre's able to flatten him, takes the back, now going for the rear naked choke. Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight.
That rear naked choke looks very tight. He's got the choke arm under the neck, and he's got his hands locked behind the head. It'll be very difficult for his opponent to survive this. Getting them out here.
Let's go, get him on.
Under 20 seconds now to go. Adesanya's in half guard now.
Stay tight.
Final seconds of the round. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by George St-Pierre. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. 5 minutes in the books. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. Oh, Superman punch lands. Oh, and he lands yet another flush knee. That's going to leave a mark. And again, when you're using this length as effectively as he is here tonight, we might get a finish here in the not-too-distant future. Oh, nice jab to the head there by GSP.
All right, take your time, take
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight. He passes to half.
Let's go. Push, push, push. Get free.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Good work from the top here by St-Pierre. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Relentless pressure from the top by GSP. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Under 3 minutes now to go here in round 2.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
So a much different approach from him here in round 2. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round 2. Oh, he lands a huge right hand. Beautiful job with the hands there by Israel Adesanya. When you focus too much on the kicks, that's what happens. You get cracked with that Adesanya right hand.
Oh, nice inside kick.
Oh, Superman punch is good. Big knee there. Taken down here by St-Pierre. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed.
He's in a dominant position. Look at him attacking the wrist.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, gives up on the submission now. We'll see where he goes from here. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
St-Pierre's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top.
He goes back to the well and lands another strike from the top, and now you can see the swelling.
Israel Adesanya getting work here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet.
Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Seconds winding down in round 2.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now, That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish.
He rocked him, he hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off. And now, he's past him trying to find that shot again.
Just missed on the front kick there. Oh, he blocks the strike. Oh, and counters with a jab. So a nice sequence for him there. He's
Great timing on that double leg.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, lands a hip toss to get him down. That can't feel good. St-Pierre's in half guard. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. St-Pierre's back inside control.
Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
3 minutes to go in round 3. All right, continuing to target that swelled area, and it is not looking good now.
Keep moving on the fence until you get your guard back.
St-Pierre's going for an arm here.
Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC.
Oh, favoring position over submission.
Very smart decision. You never want to value the submission over keeping dominant position.
Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by George St-Pierre. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
And now he's inside control.
All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here.
Watch the hook, go to the bottom.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by GSP.
Nice guillotine attempt here. Yep, that guillotine's deep.
Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now.
Very smart. You gotta keep position over submission.
Adesanya's eye does not look real good right now. It actually is starting to swell shut, so that will be something that bears watching as this fight continues.
Beautiful ground strikes landed. And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah,
somehow.
he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Waning seconds here of round number 3. Israel Adesanya's eye is now swollen shut. They could actually stop this fight right now, given how bad it is. Clearly the referee keeping a close eye on the fight. All right, somewhat mercifully, that is the end of the round. The swelling around his eye is out of control. Cut man hustling in quickly, but I think they might stop this fight, DC. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's gonna do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's gotta move his head, and he's gotta be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship
The
rounds.
4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a real test of your will and desire to win a fight.
Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. Oh, he is stunned, trying to recover here. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Adesanya's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Just missed with the straight left hand. All right, pausing the action here, and if the referee calls for the doctor, this could very well be the end of the fight, given all that swelling around the eye.
It could be, and rightfully so. His eye is swollen shut. He cannot see his opponent. He's flailing at him. Can't find his target anymore.
I think they're going to stop this fight. I stand corrected. Doctor's going to allow them to continue, but he's going to have to go for it, I would think.
Yeah, he will. He's going to have to make some adjustments. And also, he's going to have to lay it all out on the line. He cannot stay back and get picked apart as he has to this point.
All right, so the ref will get the action back underway after that brief health and safety check. And to no one's surprise, the fans support the decision for the action to continue.
Absolutely. I mean, this official decided you can go. Even though at times the fighter may question whether or not he can do it, we have very smart ringside officials that make a determination, and the determination is get your butt out there and fight. Let's see what happens.
And we have a very smart fighter who is going to have to start protecting that. Oh! Just over 3 minutes to go.
Look at that. He can't even stand.
Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. It feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush, be patient, and in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Overhand left, swing and a miss. I mean, you gotta be kidding me with that knockout. If that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight, I'm not sure what would top it. One of the best knockouts we've seen all year.
In a very long time. I have not seen someone look this good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
All right, we now go inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre.
How about it, folks? George St-Pierre, your winner by knockout. And he did not play the long game here tonight, champ.
A lot of people say George St-Pierre is a decision machine. Not tonight. GSP gets a knockout victory.